Chris Blaze here. Just going to show you how to make a dragon staff. Pretty much out of all the, you can pretty much get everything here, apart from the grip, from a hardware store. So what I'm going to basically teach you to make is just a practice one, but this can be made into a fire one as well. Just a matter of getting rope wick instead of just having normal rope, and putting what do you call it? Just flat wick on the ends. Now, I do recommend still, like a lot of people have gone away from having the flat wick on the end there and just having the spokes. I mean, it is good for fuel reasons, for weight, because it's a lot lighter. But if you're going to perform with this, I still recommend having at least a 50mm flat wick end, okay? Because it does make it look really good, especially with the fact that yeah, when you're spinning it, it creates this cool orb of fire just sitting there. And this staff, it really works off the fact of having a lot of fire. I actually use 100mm because yeah, it creates a lot better effect, but it's totally up to you. So you can move them in or out as much as you like. So to start off with, what you kind of want to do, I've got a link with all the stuff you need to be able to make this stuff. So I'm just going to actually run through it. Have a look on my page, and you'll see what actual equipment you need. But basically, start off with just the rod itself. Okay. Now, first of all, you want dowel. Okay. Because I use 100mm flat wick. I go 200mm with the dowel. Okay, if you're going to use just a 50mm, just use 150mm dowel. The dowel is just that wood piece that goes in the centre. The reason you need this is once you start tightening these bolts, okay, it'll end up closing in too much and bending all the metal otherwise. Okay, because this stops that, and especially when you start dropping it. It'll start, you really need the dowel. So start off with, okay, because I use 8mm, or you can use 3/8 threaded rod. Okay, so get the drill bit which works for whatever rod you're going to use. Okay, start off where you've got to center it. If you're going to use 50mm, come in 100mm, like so basically where you do the spokes is 50mm away from the edge of where the wick's going to be. So that's where the wick's going to be. You want a 50mm gap. Right. So drill your first hole through. All right. Now this does become sort of a problem when you're doing this freehand, because it's very hard to get them to sit sort of flat. All right, when you first start doing it. But the best way to do it is do one this way, alright? Put a rod in, turn it this way, and try and eye it up so it works out pretty well square, pretty much nice, alright? So you get a nice cross like that, okay? So first one, and then drill right through with that one, okay? Remembering that the dowel's in there. Now to line it up so it comes along nicely with that one, I recommend going over to like a piece of like a wall, okay? Putting it up against the wall, getting that one completely upright, right? And then coming across, obviously measuring in, right? And it'll give you a rough indication of having it against the wall where to put this hole, right? And then turn it, do the same, make sure that one's up against the wall, and it should give you a close. Now, if it is a little bit off, it only matters when you're actually just keeping on the ground, because it'll be propped up in a wrong way, which I'll show you soon. But when you're actually spinning it doesn't really matter. The only way that it matters is if these are curved like this. Okay, that does matter. But because it's moving this way, it doesn't change it by them being sort of off a little bit. Okay, it doesn't matter at all. Just matters when you're sitting it there, it just looks a little bit, a little bit funny. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do. Okay, now, I've pretty much gone ahead and done most of it, but I'll show you basically, once you've done the holes, before you do the rest of it, I recommend doing the grip, okay? Because once you do this, and it makes it really hard to try and do the grip. So you're better off, and I recommend, even though this is about nearly 300 mil, I recommend from this point to here, 200 mil, okay? And then start your grip and go to 200 mil in, all right? It makes it a lot easier. Even put it in between a chair, put it in between something, right? And make it a lot easier, all right? I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to do the grip as well. Have a look in the links below, and that'll show you how to actually do the grip. I'm not going to explain it in this video. So yeah, basically do that first, and then once it's actually all done, right? Then once you put it in the middle, right, it's a bit hard for me to do at the moment because I'm missing one, right? But find your middle piece, not by measuring, but actually just doing this, right? And once you get it so then it just stays and doesn't fall, that's where you put a red mark, right? Especially when you're learning, you really need the red mark, okay? So that's with the grip. So once you've done the grip, then what I want you to do, these are at 400 mil, okay? So it's 200 either end, right? So basically, what you need, go back. The grip, it's just refrigeration seal. You can get this in the links that I've got below and in my website. But if you go to a rubber store, you might be able to get it. This is probably 2.5 mil thick. But yeah, you can actually get it from proper stores and all that. I find this the best. It's better than silicone. I find it's really good, but once you start to sweat, okay, it just drips, like it turns into soap on you. So I find this better, and having a gap here, because it actually creates more grip, right? But I'll go into that more with the tutorial on the grip itself. Okay, so 400 mil, measure in, right, 186, I think, right, from the inside of that bolt. Screw that on by doing this. Okay, this is the quickest and easiest way. Right. Okay, so first of all, we'll do it this way. Alright, so tighten that up. You put the bolt on, right, and just using this, okay, wind it all the way down to your 180, stop. Put another one, because like I was saying, you've got another one there which stops this from rolling down. You really want to have this one on there too, because when we first started, these over centrifugal forces these down, and then you end up getting this and it cuts you pretty bad. So we put this here instead, alright, and with a washer there so it stops it from moving down. So that's why we've got this one. So you put that 40 mil down, this one 180, alright. Okay, so once you've done that, do that for all, all 4 of them, okay? Right, now, then turn it round, put it in there like that, okay? Now, okay. So now you want to use a split ring, right? Now what this does, this stops it from unwinding itself. It grips and stops it from unwinding. So you want to put one in there like that, okay? Then put that inside like that. Put another split ring on this side, right? Okay. Now putting a screw on there. Oh, and you use nylon threaded ones, okay? Don't use just normal ones. Make sure they've got the little nylon piece on the inside there. Okay. We're using this. Wind it all the way down. Now before you get to the end, stop. Don't go all the way because you still want to get this one on. If you go right the way through with that, then you're going to have to do that one by hand, so it's not really good. So make sure there's a gap there. Alright, grab your other one, put that on, do this one to your 40 mil. So roughly, that's, measure it properly, do your 40 mil. Then go back to this one. Do that firm. You don't want it too tight yet. Okay. So now, that's basically on there like that. Okay. It's basically pretty much ready to go. But what I want you to do is just double check that it's even. So just go from the outside of bolt to the end. So I got 178. 178 on that side, 178 on that side. So because it's not that tight, I want to kind of do both at the same, like I want to do a couple with this one, couple with this one. But if this was 80 mil, you want to really tighten with just the one, okay? And make sure they're even. Alright, so best thing to do, alright, just do this part by hand, alright? Just whatever you use to clamp it, pair of pliers, whatever. These are really, really cool multitask, multi-tool. You can use them for a lot of different things. So basically just tighten it. Okay, tighten this one. Okay, now double check it. Make sure it's pretty good. So what have I got? Almost 180. And a little bit over 180. Like if you got 2 mil, 2 mil's not going to matter. So that's basically pretty good, how it is. Right. So, sorry. And check these. Just make sure they're 40 mil. So that's 45. So I want to come back out a little bit. So 40 and 40. Okay. Once that's done, then use a little washer like this. Like I said, I've got all what you need on the website. Just put that on there like that. Now I'm gonna show you how to make the ISIS knot. That's in another tutorial. So basically, I use the ISIS knot because it's very hard with this to use flat wick. Yeah, so using this with rope wick becomes better. So you do the ISIS knot first, about 40 to 50, probably 50 mil. What is this? See, that's about 55, nearly 60 mil, that. Okay. So then wind that on. Don't cut these off yet. So put them on first. Alright, wind it on. Okay, once it's wind on, okay, then tighten these. Okay, once they're tightened, okay, then use this, alright, to then cut about 1 centimetre, so 10 mil from the edge. Okay, use these are pretty good instead of normal scissors. 10 mil. Yeah. Okay. So then it's about 10 mil. And then you want to use I wonder if I got a different marble. No. So basically, basically you just try and get like a Bic lighter. This is a rounded type one, so it doesn't work quite as well, but get like an oval type one, okay? So basically, you want to do this. Alright, melt it as much as you can. You want a fair bit of like waxy melted sort of stuff to help it to sit. That's why you keep it out about a centimetre. So once it gets quite down there, then you press this against it, right? Hold it there for a couple of seconds. Then instead of pulling out, pull sideways, okay? By pulling sideways, right, that actually pushes it onto all the other sides and it creates a smooth surface then, right? And then do that for all of them, and then basically, yeah, you've got it all like this then, like all like that, okay? Now another thing to do, which I didn't bring with me, good thing to do is just get some small wire, right, normal little wire, put it through one of these loops, tie it off, and then loop it around here a little bit. This stops them from coming off, okay? You don't really need it, but I mean, once they start to wear out a bit, they do fall off. So just put a bit of wire around there. Make sure, because of the little pointy bit where you've cut, you tap that down so then if it brushes past, you don't cut yourself open. So that's basically it. Yeah, so the grip, make sure you got your middle mark. Do that, what I've just said, for the whole lot. And basically, you can get all of this apart from the grip at a hardware store. And like I said, with the rope wick ones, you want to use, yeah, obviously rope wick, do the exact same thing, but where you cut it, right, and fray the end, like just get it and fluff it all out, right, and then get PVA glue, so the white glue, right, and then just put it all in those gaps, okay, press it against it, like, and work it all in, right, and fluff it all out like a mushroom, and then get Glad wrap or clear cooking wrap, go over it, right, which actually forces it all in and creates then a smooth surface. Leave it out in the sun for 2 hours, right, and then after 2 hours take it off, leave it back out in the sun for another couple of hours, and then that'll be right to go. But I'll try and explain that in another video as well. So yeah, guys, that's Dragon Staff. I use these for a long time. Work really well. Now I've moved on because I travel a lot. I use a three-part one. I'm gonna have a tutorial on what actually is the best props to use, but this will get you going for now. So I hope this really helped you. Please subscribe in the corner down below to see more tutorials. Plus have a look at all the links which I'll put in as well. And yeah, I hope this really helped you. Write a comment if you like, if you've got any more questions. But yeah, thank you very much. Chris Blaze, enjoy. Happy spinning.